I did see this.
A life. I want to have a long, healthy.
Can I just say my alarm bells are ringing because I'm starting to see Anne Hathaway hate on my timeline. I'm starting to see people posting clips of her from promo she's doing for Devil Wears Prada 2, and they're like, something just doesn't rub me the right way here. I'm like, oh no, nope. I would say this is the canary in the mine, but we're already in such fucked up times that I don't even know if there's a canary at this point. But what I will say is this happened 13 years ago. Are we on are we stuck in a 13-year loop of hell? Is this what's going to happen? Is it just every 13 years we will measure the next loop of hell is beginning? Because here comes the Hathaway.
I just really want to hopefully live for and enjoy a life. I want to have a long,
that
healthy
canary
life.
Is
Inshallah,
dead.
I hope so. I just really want to hopefully live for and enjoy a life. I want to have a long, healthy life. Inshallah, I hope so.
She said, inshallah. This fucking killed me though. Are you wearing the Chanel hijab? Yeah, I am. No, I think it was like Meech or whoever it was on the internet who's such a shit stirrer. And he was like, it was some clip of her on Drew Barrymore's show where she's just like having fun with the audience. And I'm seeing Hathaway round 2. And if you remember last time this happened, when it happened, I do think it was I think it was indicative of where we were headed. It definitely was a cultural signifier looking back on it, a harbinger, so to speak, when Anne Hathaway got canceled and she lost jobs. She credits Christopher Nolan hiring her on Interstellar in 2014 as saving her career, because after she won the Oscar for Les Mis, directors thought she was too toxic to touch because people on the internet decided that Anne Hathaway needed to go. And this is something that has happened to multiple celebrity women. I have talked about this. And I, 13 years ago, was a dumb idiot and I participated in Hathaway. But 13 years later, I now see clearly. And I have talked about this era, and now I recognize everything that was going on. And it was just like straight misogynistic hate. And Anne lost a lot of jobs and she disappeared and was like, okay, everybody hates me. I am being pushed out of this industry. So I guess I'll just step back, and this is pretty brutal, but I'm going to get through it. What were they saying? They were like, oh, she's so annoying. Oh, she's such a tryhard. Oh, she's such a this and that. Her greatest crime was being perceived as annoying. Like, I guess that was it, because she was a person who just was like smiling all the time and talking about how much she loves theater and how much she loves acting. But yeah, it's for women, being annoying is the worst thing that you can be. Yeah, smiling too much. Too enthusiastic, too sincere, I guess. Too sincere. So it hurt her career though, truly. Directors told her, I can't hire you because we're worried that there will be backlash. It's so absurd. The double standard is so fucking absurd. Same with Brie Larson. And now, you know what's crazy about the Brie Larson thing? I have now seen people who I'm sure participated in the hate campaign against Brie Larson be like, oh, she actually knows her stuff. She actually really loves video games and she's a nerd and she loves her stuff. I'm like, where were y'all when Brie Larson was treated as the Antichrist? When she was cast as Captain Marvel and she was talking about misogyny in these nerddoms in, this world that she is working in. And holy shit, people were so disgusting to her. They were so vile. And that was also like Gamergate era. I mean, now everything is just Gamergate, you know? Was this around the time Anne Hathaway hosted the Oscars with Dirtbag? Okay, so it started off, the Oscars came first. The Oscars came before Anne Hathaway won her Oscar for playing Fantine in Les Mis. And Anne was very bright and cheery, and in opposition to James Franco's like looks as if he just rolled out of bed and's like, I don't give a fuck about anything. And it was terrible. It was a terrible, it's gone down in history as one of the worst Oscar hosting of all time. But Anne was trying her best. She was paired up with this loser, an absolute fucking loser, who then we came to find out was even more of a loser than we had already thought. And so that was kind of the beginning of it, of people being like, you know, Anne Hathaway is just too annoying, so we need to end her. And then the Les Mis PR tour and her talking about how much this role means to her because her mother played Fantine and she grew up loving theater and blah, blah, blah. And then when she won her Oscar, her speech, which she was just expressing again how much it meant to her. And so all of it just contributed to this viral hate campaign against her. Definitely felt like people were wanting to knock her down, of course. And this has happened with many female celebrities. It's like you have this threshold. And the second that it's almost like you get too famous, there's too big of a spotlight on you. And then they'll look for reasons, justifications to try and take this woman down. And it's usually they just are so annoying. Does anybody just can't stand? You just can't stand them. I don't know what it is, but they just rub me the wrong way. It's that kind of thing. Post Barbie, Margot Robbie definitely timed having a baby to disappear. Yeah, Margot Robbie goes, I think people are probably sick of seeing me, because people were starting to say like, Margot Robbie is everywhere. So Margot Robbie stepped away. She was like, yeah, I probably just need to not have my face anywhere. I'm doing too much. I mean, she had a baby. She had a baby. So she did take a break, but I think the timing was not coincidental. There's definitely a similar thing going with Rachel Zegler. There has been hostility towards Rachel Zegler since the moment she stepped foot into the industry. When she was cast in West Side Story, oh God, it has been nonstop. She is so reviled for having done nothing, but also not having just done nothing, for being a celebrity who has spoken up for oppressed people. It's like, not just that she did nothing and everyone was like, get the torches, but also that she spoke out for Palestine, that, you know, the whole Snow White Disney fiasco where she was blamed for that movie tanking. Bella Ramsey. I mean, remember how everyone was obsessed with Bella Ramsey in Game of Thrones? There were so many dedicated fan posts towards Bella Ramsey and the character that they played. And then Bella Ramsey gets cast in Last of Us. And the disgusting hatred that Bella Ramsey has had to deal with. It's like, remember when everybody loved Bella Ramsey? Remember when everyone was so obsessed with Bella Ramsey on Game of Thrones? And then Bella Ramsey was no longer a kid. Bella Ramsey got older and they're like, Bella Ramsey is hideous. I can't believe that I don't want to fuck the person who was cast as what's the character in last uh what's the character in Ellie. Yeah. Ellie, who's young. Yeah, Ellie is a child. Yeah. Whoa. It's because also, yeah, Bella came out as non-binary, and I think that played a factor as well. And Bella getting older and them not being a child on Game of Thrones anymore, then of course people got real weird and gross. Super, super gross. Yeah, cast as a child. Bella uses they them, which instantly makes the weirdos go insane. Yeah. Anyway, I am prepared to come out against this Hatha hate. If it's so far, it's been a couple posts, but it's been a couple posts from people who do have platforms, and I'm already rolling up my sleeves and going, not this time. We are not fucking doing this shit. I do think Anne Hathaway and this cyclical hatred towards her does reflect where our culture is or where our culture is going. Something about Anne Hathaway. Now she's Muslim. Yeah, somebody gave Anne Hathaway a copy of the Quran